it, but now I get it. Every whip I drive gotta be tinted. Touchdown in your city, black truck rented. Pop out when it's time just to handle business.
Yeah, y'all know this, man. It's your boy King Lucky Money, rare reaction videos. As you can see in the title, man, it's Hitman Holla broke, or is he a scammer? As you see what's going on in, let's just say, in the battle rap community, Hitman Holla and A-Verb, another battle rapper, has been going back and forth over the internet for the past week and a half. In the last few days, Hitman has really kind of quieted down. For people that don't know, just give you a little back, just catching up if you haven't, my fans or my subs who don't know what's going on. But anyway, and I want to get my 2 cents on this because I've been listening to everything ever since everything jumped off. First of all, this all jumped off from a post, and then the post turned into behind the scenes conversations about a booking that Hitman Holla was trying to get with battle rap legend in New York's own Dot Mob's own Murder Mook, which in return Hitman Holla reached out to NFL All-Star defensive tackle Gerald McCoy. For the people that don't know who Gerald McCoy is, or if you didn't know what Gerald McCoy's role is in the battle rap, he is a sponsor. And what he does is with the battle rap community, because he's a battle rap fan, so what he does is somebody that has millions and millions of dollars, so he can use it as a write-off, you know what I mean, just to help sponsor big battles, you know what I mean, because everybody know in URL they kind of pulled back, because I think they kind of lost sponsors because they hadn't been getting, they lost investors because they hadn't been getting returns back as far as their views on YouTube. So it's a big difference between investors and sponsors. Investors look for a return. So basically, you don't want to be in the red, because sometimes, they get sponsors too. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of big time people that y'all don't know that be behind the scenes that be giving money because they be wanting to see certain battles. A lot of these battles be requiring, lots of money. Nothing wrong with that. But what gets us to this point is Hitman Holla exposed that he had a conversation with Gerald McCoy about getting paid a front end for a Mook battle, which was $20K. Gerald McCoy, which is friends with A-Verb, he called. So Gerald McCoy and Gerald McCoy and Hitman called Gerald McCoy and asks Gerald McCoy for this money. That way he says, I need a front end. That way I can't write without getting money, some type of money up front first. Right? Now mind you, Gerald McCoy and Hitman Holla on record are saying that they have done business in the future, in the past. You know what I mean? So this is nothing new. So I don't know exactly how they actually did the business before, either contractual or word of mouth or whatever. I don't know. So after they do that exchange, Gerald McCoy reveals that no, I take that back. However, Hitman and Gerald McCoy end their conversation, Gerald McCoy turns and calls A-Verb and says, hey man, Hitman just hit me up and asked me for some bread, whatever that was. Red lights went off as for Gerald McCoy, in which he had to turn and ask A-Verb about this. Like basically, hey man, do you know anything about? Let's just back up. Let's just put the facts out there. Hitman hits Gerald McCoy up and says he wants a front end on the battle with Murder Mook. Gerald McCoy already knows that Murder Mook, if he's going to do a battle, it's going to be URL connected some type of way, especially a battle of this magnitude, right? Which is understandable. So I'm guessing along the conversation, URL had to be brought up, in which Hitman says that he hadn't spoke to URL. You know what I'm saying? He hadn't spoke to URL. This, that, and the third. This, that, and the third. No, I take that back. Hitman says that he had already spoke to URL about doing the battle. So basically, the way he put it is everything is in agreement, but not just contractual. That URL wants to see the battle, Mook wants to be a part of the battle, but URL don't have the front end yet. So, hey man, could you send me the front end, and that way y'all can man that up, then we can get it going, right? Gerald McCoy sees Hitman Holler makes a post later on. I don't know if it was. I don't know the time frame. I don't know if it was later on that day, the next day, saying that he hadn't talked to URL about any type of business as far as a battle with Mook, right? So, which makes me, if I'm in the Gerald McCoy seat, I'm saying, well, hold on, this man just called me and said he already spoke to them about a battle, but you're asking me for my money. So of course, red lights is going to go off, red flags are going to go off, sounds are going to go off, and say, damn, this dude trying to play me. So hold on, let me call somebody who I know that knows him. I know him, but I don't really know him like that. Let me call that boy somebody who I know that knows him, which is Averb. Gerald McCoy calls Averb and was like, hey man, da 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 da. He tells Averb the same thing what I just told y'all about getting the front end. Hey man, he said he hadn't talked to URL. He spoke to URL, that he puts on social media that he hadn't spoke to URL. Verb says, well, hey man, I don't know nothing about that. So basically, Gerald was saying, hey man, do I give Hitman the money or not? Basically, Gerald is just trying to look for reassurance on like what's going on. Verb is saying the same thing. Hey man, I don't know what's going on, so I can't tell you what to do with your money. I don't want to tell you, yeah. Gerald not knowing that Hitman and Verb is not really on speaking terms on that level. Because if that was the case, Verb could have called Hitman right there. Hold on, let me call him on. Say, man, what's going on? That conversation is supposed to happen if they're locked in like that. So all Verb says, hey man, I don't know nothing about that, so I'm not going to tell you to get a man your money, right? So Gerald turns around and calls ARP, tells ARP the same thing about what just took place, blah, 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 blah. It goes on and on and on. Then some kind of way, I'm guessing Hitman must have hit Gerald back and was like, hey man, so what's the verdict on the bread? So all Gerald is doing is just running back what just took place. Hey man, well I talked to Verb about that. He was like, Hitman took it and ran with it. Oh man, the dude hating on me about my bread. He trying to stop the battle. Da da da. Got all that out. So what has transpired within the past few days from this? This was the beginning. And I said all that to say this because a lot of things that have came out. So the next day when they're all on the spaces talking about it, Gerald was on there, on Twitter, everybody on there talking about it. And this is where I, as a fan, I, as a person, I, as an individual, red flags start going off for me. Because like I said, I don't know what's going on. I'm just like everybody else that hears this information. Because at first, I thought it was like on some, damn, Gerald, you shouldn't have said that. Like, damn, Gerald, why you calling somebody else? Da, da, da. But once everything was broke down, then once Gerald broke down his side, so I understood that. Because, hey, man, I'm the one with the money. So you damn right. I got every right to call whoever I want to call. You call me about this bread. Right? So, and the reason why it's titled this is Hitman Broke or a Scammer, right? And this is only a question. Because since a lot of information has came out, because doing this same phone conversation, now everybody know Hitman claim he's rich. He has all this bread. He has all this going on, and he's on the spaces. The hitman said, "Yeah, man." He was like, I'm guessing Gerald must have told him he was gonna give him. Yeah, he must have said he was gonna give him the money. You know what? That's what he said, because hitman said on the thing. He was like, "Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. You know, thank you for looking out for me." So in that sense, to me, that sounded like I needed that. That didn't sound like, yeah, hell yeah, boy, I'm glad you sent that bread for that battle. Do you ever understand? People can create their own narrative. Hey man, I can't write unless I got money in my pocket. So of course anybody will say that when they just trying to get their front end. But when you rich, when you claim you got 500K, you claim you got 1 M, you got 2 M's. Yeah, 20K is bread, but it was the way he said it. It was the, man, I appreciate you looking out for me on that. That tells me that you needed that bread. That was like, that was like a welfare, like you just helped me with my welfare. Thank you. And Gerald ain't exposing everything what Holler said. Let's just be gangsta. I guarantee that conversation had way more to it. What between him and Gerald wasn't just no, yeah, man, I need 20K, man. I guarantee you, Gerald know way more than he has put out there, right? But since then, Gerald has backed away from battle rap. At this moment, he unfollowed Hitman. So think about that. But though, Verb came on the other day and exposed that Hitman has a gambling addiction. Hitman gambles. He likes to put his money on the floor. And that's via casino. I don't know if he's on the shaking the dice in the I don't know if he's shaking the dice in the traps. I don't know. But gambling is gambling. So when Averb exposes this, let me get my take on Averb. Averb doesn't strike me as somebody as a liar. Averb strikes me as a person, he's just gonna put it on the table. And to me, it's like he's one of those guys to where he's not, to me, he's not looking for acceptance in the realm of being honest. Because I'm like that, man. Hey man, if you ask me something, I'm gonna give you the honest. I'm gonna tell you from my POV. I'm giving it to you how I feel about it. You ain't rocking with me, cool. You over there, I'm over here. So Averb don't strike me as somebody that, because he doesn't strike me as somebody that has to go on here and does shock value as for that to just say anything about anybody just to get views and likes, and he doesn't strike me as that type of individual when we're talking about person to person. Now I'm not talking about stories. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as far as individual to individual. He doesn't strike me as somebody that allows somebody. So in comes Byron Blake. Averb exposes that Byron Blake has been putting out information about Hitman Holler and his family going through financial situations. I was like, And he had a good point, because he was like, think about it. He said all the people that follow Hitman, all these people with all these subs, he said the people that follow me, we don't have the same audience. So he was like, a lot of my information, my videos is not going to reach this audience. So that's why now what's going on now, because people are, because all this information has been coming out, all these going back and forth financials, now people are reaching to see what Byron Blake has been having to say. So Aver made a point. He was like, hey, man, you on social media talking about attacking me when you see me. You going to do this to me. You going to do that to me. Hey, man, Holler, if you watching this video, if anybody do a recap on this, please send this video to Hitman Holler ASAP on what I'm about to say now. Man, don't let your ego, don't let your pride, this internet stuff, man, don't let these people, these bloggers, all these dudes, Cola and all, Calico, man, all these people been waiting to see you guys crash out. They've been waiting to see y'all get out the way, because I'm listening to all y'all team up and everybody saying all this wild stuff about Verb and this and that. All y'all are grown men. Y'all shouldn't be in there. All y'all if they supposed to be in there saying, hey man, let that shit go. They supposed to be challenging you in certain ways as well. Just like if they go in there and talk to Verb, they supposed to challenge that. Hey man, look, fuck that. Hey man, I'm finna get y'all in this mode right now. Y'all finna talk this out. But you got dudes in there championing that. You got guys that, man, yeah, they just running with narrative, because everybody know Cole and Verb had a falling out. Everybody know Cole is not finna side with nothing with Verb got going on. Yeah, he gonna say it up under his breath. Yeah, man, you know, I just, yeah, I really need to let it go, man. Yeah. So he just saying that on wax just in case something jumps off. He can go back and say, hey, man, well, I said it. You see what I'm saying? These fake dudes, fake. For clicks, likes, and views. All right, so check me out. But Verb made a point, though. He was like, well, hey, man, when you talking about attacking me, about you saying that I stopped you from getting money, when all I did was just told Jura I don't know nothing about that. But he said, but you got this guy over here, Byron Blake, that has exposed that you broke and put it out on social media. He said, you ain't said nothing about that. So, yeah, one can say, oh, man, he's bigger than that, so he don't have to respond to that. Yes, that's the safest thing to say. But that also means that because it also can be a sense to where, you know what, I ain't gonna say none of that because this nigga may expose more. Because that dude knows Holler. Alright, so let me say this. Holler, you will be crash dummy of the century if you pull up somewhere and you and your people or you or whatever pull up and attack Verb, especially at an event or whatever. That would be the dumbest thing that would be the dumbest. Because Verb, if this happened, if I was Verb, I would sue the pants off your ass, boy. Every goddamn wild out check that you get from here on out will have my name on it. Facts. Because that is entertainment. So you better learn. Y'all better go ask Game how 40 Glock goddamn sued him, because that's entertainment. Because if you do something to somebody and you tarnish their name as far as how they do business, if they're entertainment or brand themselves, they can sue you that. They can sue you for that, because all he had to say, hey man, this guy damaged my name, my rep, my brand, as far as me getting booked, people laughing at me. Boy, you better wake up. You better keep it on the spaces. You better keep it on the spaces, my boy. You better keep it on the spaces. So, like I said, things have came out saying that his brother's show out was caught stealing out of Walmart. I don't know how true it is. I'm just reporting what I heard Byron Blake say. He said it is public records. But if that's the case, show out why you stealing out of Walmart. Like, what's in Walmart to steal? Did you steal some food? Would you stole a flannel shirt? We stole some out the electronics. And then if it's something out there electronics, like, everybody know, man, everybody go to Best Buy for their electronics. Not no damn Walmart. God damn, boy. But even that within itself, let's just say if that's true, that just make it even worse. Now they make it like your financial part is not what you say it is. Because anybody can get on there and say, yeah, I made $500K. Anybody can say that. But to me, how I looked at it was, if Halle is a gambler like how Verb says he is, Gerald ain't the only person he reached out for that $20K. Because a lot of times when somebody call you and want some money that bad, is either they trying to go flip that, or they got to pay somebody back. I'm gonna say it one more time, but either they gonna try to flip that $20K or they got to pay somebody back. So yeah, it's like, Hitman. If I was you, this is the overall of it. If I was you, just wave the white flag, man. Let it go. You and Verb patch up offline. Let it go. Just let it go. Cause everybody know Verb got a battle coming up. Please don't show up at that man battle, man, and try to. Please don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Cause it's. Don't do that. That'll be the biggest crash out in the world, and then that'll also show. If you do that, that'll also show like where you really at in life. Like, you willing to throw it all away? So now it's like, what are you throwing away? If you ain't got nothing to throw away, yeah, you gonna crash out. Then you got all these battle rap people. They just pick sides. That's why I say battle rap. The battle rap coach is trash. Got these people like the boss and these people just be in everybody's spaces. I see her in Verb space and she in Hitman space, just bouncing, just like soaking up all the mess. I'm like, boy, these people ain't none of these people. And I ain't just mean to exclude the boss. He's just somebody just came to my. Shout out to the boss. Me and her, we've communicated here and there. Like when I first started getting, I got out of the spaces because I used to be in the spaces daily. I got out of the space because I realized it's just side note. It's just side note. I realized that's not the real world. I realized quickly that you had people that if you ain't siding with what they saying, I hear up a guy out of there, because I said, man, I end up hurting one of y'all. Man, let me get up out of here. That's what I did. That's what I did. But anyway, get in the comments, man. Let me know what you think about this right here, man. It's your boy King Lucky Money, real reaction videos. I will respond to your comment. Let's get it, man. See you guys in the next video. Yeah.